Hello, everybody. Welcome to Illum's Tea of Life. Illum Digital is a spiritual magazine for the age of Aquarius, bringing you empowering stories from across the globe. Today, we have Prateeksha with us on this episode, and she was my neighbor for a very short time in Dharamshala. And I'm very, very excited to connect with her today on this show. Prateeksha, thank you so much for joining me. How are you doing today?
Thank you, Shubha. Thank you so much for adding me onto your new venture. I'm so excited for you. It's been
Thanks.
so long. I'm meeting you after so long, and
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty well. Yeah, compared to last year, I'm better this year.
I'm so happy to hear that. Okay, um, just tell me a little bit about yourself, like whatever you would like to share, because this is something that I realize people would like to know. I
Hmm.
just jump on to questions and people are like, hey, can I know a bit more about who this person is or what they do? And I'm like, sure. So tell me
Okay.
more.
Uh, I mean, of course, you know a lot about me. I still remember last year when we used to sit at your balcony and have so much spiritual talks. But in a nutshell, uh, I worked in corporate for like 5 years and then left corporate job and then joined my dad's business last year. So he has a food startup. So currently we are working on expanding his startup. And I'm a singer. I like to dance in my free time, and I've started dancing a bit more since I realized that the feminine is your body and you have to embrace your body. I do that. I love to write. I love reading. I love reading more about spiritual books. I love biographies. Uh, I love philosophy. I think I was a born philosopher. I'm a number three, and everyone keeps saying Pratiksha apna gyan mat de, but I just can't help it. I just feel like I have so much of it. But now I've come to realize that I need to keep it in check and value my words a lot more. Unless I'm asked, I don't speak a lot anymore because I realize the power of my words and the value it carries. So nothing should be given for free. So yeah, and like I said, I love music, I love words, I love everything that is creative, that is feminine, and I think I want to empower women and kids. So that is my goal in life. Let's see how it goes.
Wow, that's beautiful. I almost forgot what a beautiful singer you are. And also what you said about, not giving your words away really resonates with me because uh, my mentor always reminds me, don't cast your pearls to the swine, right? Because not everyone knows the worth of your words, and it
Yeah.
it's unfair to yourself to just keep throwing it around um, and not giving it enough value. But I'm so glad that you shared this with me. And I literally just remembered you singing, and it made me feel so good. I want to ask you, Pratiksha, what is that one experience in your life that transformed you entirely, that transformed your entire life?
I think there has been a lot many experiences, but so while growing up, I always had this experience of being detached from everything. You know, like everything was there. My parents, my family, I had a lot of friends. Uh, Not to boast about it, but I would grasp on things very quickly, which did put me in a spotlight in my family with a lot of expectations that I have to be XYZ. I have to be the IS officer, the IITN, XYZ, you name it. And I was put in the spotlight for it. But I think life had different plans for me. So the most transforming experience for me happened last year when for me, it has always been relationships. For me, people are my priority.
Mhm.
For some, their career is their priority, their health is. For me, it has always been about people, connecting with people. I love, okay. I absolutely love to spread joy and happiness. So what happened was I was about to get married to a guy I was dating for the past 5 years.
Mhm.
5.5 years. And then, yeah, and then we broke up last year. I found out he was cheating on me with someone since a year. So that was the biggest lesson for me, which transformed me. It took me into rock bottom because as woman, I think also as someone who grew up with a very anxious attachment style,
Mhm.
and as a woman, I've constantly been told to take care of everyone else, look after everyone else. So I kept doing this for the guy in the relationship for a pretty long time at my own cost. I kind of forgot my own potential. I let go of what I love to do, and I completely lost myself in the relationship till I had a breakup last year, and it was just shattering for me, so shattering that I just could not see a way out. And all I did was felt like the mountains were calling me, and I just packed my bags and went to the mountains for like 2 to 3 months, and that's where I met Shiva. So yeah,
Uh,
that was pretty transforming for me. That was it. Yeah, last year was it.
and I'm sure that it's that's 5 years is half a decade, and spending that much time with somebody, sharing your entire life, and not
Yeah.
only just your life, but you're also sharing the idea of a future together with them, and you're building a life with them, and for all of that to just go away, I'm pretty sure that must have been quite challenging. But I mean, I'm so glad we had so many conversations around this, and I know how much, this experience helped you to, come back to yourself and remember your own self, right? And celebrate yourself. And I think that's such a beautiful thing. It really made me feel like, everything happens for a reason, right? Everything is here to teach you and help you get better.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. See, I was not expecting this to happen because while he was not to complain about him, I have no regrets. I have like completely forgiven him. Of course, you can't forget an experience that has been that
Right.
traumatic for you, but it's your responsibility as a grown up to make sure you don't hold on to any grudge, right? Because you don't forgive for others, you forgive for yourself, for that peace that you want to find within yourself.
Hmm.
So I'm not saying, and surprisingly, my ex has been coming up in my dreams, which is very surprising because I have not been thinking about him at all. But since a couple of days, it has been happening. And there's this saying, right? When shit is about to hit the floor, and I just feel like because I've been working so much on myself since the
Hmm.
past 1 year, now my ego is kind of like putting in like the last kind of effort to shatter me or like shake me up. But I'm like, I
Right.
know what you're doing
Right.
here, it's just my ego throwing in something so that I'm like, I'm able to recognize a lot of my own patterns as well, like a lot, right? Your awareness increases. There was a point after I came from the mountains, right? I used to meditate so much. I don't know what happened. It was like I could not sleep at night, and I would constantly be meditating on the floor. So I would put a yoga mat on the floor and
Hmm.
I'll just meditate because I can't sit for long hours. So I would just sleep right there and meditate for whole night. And this happened for nearly 2 months. This just kept on going till I was like, I will go mad with this whole awakening happening within me. And it was pretty rapid, right? But yeah, like you said, I did forgive him, but sometimes things, memories do come up, and then sometimes there's also this fear. What if I'm single? What if I don't find anyone? But like you said, deep down, there's always a knowing. I have been seeing a lot of angel numbers, and that also drives me crazy. I'm like, I'm not able to decipher the meaning of it, but I know that means something good. I just don't know
Yeah.
what does that mean, right? It just keeps on showing. Like I've been seeing a lot of triple ones, a lot of triple ones.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is there, but a lot, and I'm like, भगवान मुझे बता दो इसका क्या मतलब है, right? And since this breakup was out of nowhere, and also like I am a big Krishna devotee. Growing up I was a Shiva devotee, but then like over the time I think the first last 3 years ago, my Masi passed away during COVID.
Hmm.
And that's when the shift happened from Shiva to Krishna. It was like he put me in his hands. And since then, I have been a big Krishna devotee. And so last year, the way I discovered things that was happening and I was not able to see, it was like a miracle. It was like he himself confessed it. He himself showed me the way. He did everything for me. And now I've come to a place of such surrender. I have been like, मेरी तबीयत इतनी खराब हो रखी है since the past 3-4 months. My parents are worried. I am least bit worried in the world for anything. I'm so happy in my own company. I dance, I wake up, I cook, I do my work, but then I'm not worried about anything at all. Yeah, there's the, of course, your ego does kick in, like fear has a weird way of coming up,
Right,
but
right.
it's a process, right? You can't always be going linearly forward. It's like you go ahead and then come back and then go ahead. So that has been happening.
Absolutely.
But last year, when I look back at Pratiksha, I would say I'm just so proud of who I have become, and the way I've been like able to let go of people. That's a very difficult thing for someone with anxious attachment style to let go of people easily. But
Hmm.
now, if I'm talking to a man, okay, from a dating perspective, if they don't meet my standards, I know where I stand. Now I know what I bring to the table. I've realized, oh, it was me always who was the funnier one. It was me who was the happier one. It was the me who brought all the joy. Then I bring so much to the table. I should not compromise. I don't think any woman in this world should settle, right? It's nature's
Absolutely.
law. We are not supposed to be chasers. We are supposed to be receivers. And now it has been so much easier for me to just let go of men, let go of expectations, let go of fear, let go of the outcome. I'm like, मेरे को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता यार. अब देख लो. I'm always talking to Krishna. I'm like, अब देख लो. आपको क्या करना है? अब देख लो. अब जो करोगे वो सही है, ठीक है, मेरे लिए वो चलेगा. I'm okay with that. I'm happy with that. I know you'll do what's best for me.
Right,
Because
right.
you realize, because he did what was best for me. I could have gotten into a marriage probably. I don't know, but he did
Yeah,
show me the path. He kind of like, my friends did tell me just one thing: you dodged a bullet at the end moment.
absolutely. I feel
That's
the same way
Krishna's
too,
blessing. Yeah.
It could have been a lot worse, but it's not. And I'm also really very proud of you, just so you know, because you decided to, you know, just fuck everything and go on a solo trip to discover yourself, Mountains were calling and you answered. And that's a really beautiful thing. So, you spoke about, being a Krishna devotee and also um, earlier being a devotee of Shiva. I wanted to ask you, what is your understanding of spirituality? What is spirituality?
What is spirituality? I don't think there's a definition of what is spirituality, right? Because we all are spiritual beings. You take anything. I have come to, you remember we used to talk about duality and
Uh-huh.
non-duality, and I used
Uh-huh.
to have this sense of this is right, this is wrong. I've always grown up. I'm a Libra ascendant, right? So I always have this ye sahi hai, ye galat hai wala thing, right? But I remember you were the one who taught me last year that Pratiksha, when you talk of non-duality, the right wrong does not exist. It's all the same thing. It's just different sides of the same coin, but they're all part and parcel of the same oneness that you are experiencing. It's your ego that gives the conditioning कि ये सही है ये गलत है, right?
Right.
So for me now I think I took that lesson from you very well, and
Oh,
I've been practicing on it. Yeah, I've actually been
that is
practicing on it
surprising.
since I came. Yeah, yeah, that I know that's surprising,
Wow,
but
I
you
did
helped
not
me
expect.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah. So for me, spirituality is just being, a state of being. That's it. Just be.
beautiful, beautiful. I
You
think
just are, right? That's what oneness, that's what Advaitic Vedanta, that's what Sanatan, any religion you take, the books in the world, that's what they talk about. You just have to
right,
be because you already are all that you want to be. All that you want to
Are.
experience, you are. You just don't know it yet. You just need that realization. So
Wow.
get in touch with yourself.
That is really very beautiful and it resonates with me, right? I mean, I the reason why I ask this question to people is I'm still trying to find out what exactly is spirituality. And every single time I try to, look it up on the internet or somewhere, there is such strange definitions. And I can never really, um, go with it. I feel like maybe, maybe not. And I feel like I'm still in the process of figuring out what spirituality is. But very beautifully said, it's just being, the art of being. So now tell me, what is being human? What, according to you, is being human?
That's I think I have the perfect answer according to me. There's this line I think from Bhagavad Gita, not Bhagavad Gita, I think from Mahabharata, the epic. There's a version of it I used to see. So there's this line where Krishna talks to Baldev about dharma and being human. What does it mean? And Krishna says the root of dharma. I think we talked about this last year as well. That the root of dharma, the root of being human, a consciousness is compassion,
Wow.
right? Because compassion only comes to you when you experience oneness. If you think someone is different from you or apart from you, you can't feel that compassion towards them. Only when you are spiritual, which I said is just being or just being in the oneness of everything, and when you experience oneness with everything else, that compassion towards everything, because you realize he, she, Shubha, my mom, my dad, everyone just me reflected in a different form. They are just manifested in a different form. But at the
Right.
root of it, it's just me. It's just me that there all is, right? So compassion to me is like the biggest way, the biggest religion that there exists. So being human to me is just being compassionate towards, like I said, when you said this is not right, this is not wrong, everything
Hmm.
exists in non-duality. I took that lesson from you and I realized, wait, if I'm stating someone as being wrong or right, I am putting out what is inside me and I'm projecting it onto the world, right? And I'm judging someone. I don't know their story. They
Wow.
right now it looks that it is wrong to me, but I don't know what that person went through. It's just another version of me that is going through something that I did not experience in this current 3D form. So it's my job, it's my responsibility, my highest responsibility is just to be compassionate towards everyone. And
Wow.
that's why you remember last year I got through my fear of dogs. That's when I
Yes, you
felt
did.
yeah,
Absolutely.
I did. And I just felt like the most amazingly loved person. I was like, why was I afraid of a being who is just so loving, right? Who has
Yes,
so much
yes.
love within himself. So yeah, compassion. For
Wow.
me, being human is just being compassionate. That's all.
This, this is an incredibly, you know, inspiring conversation that I'm having with you here today because, you are also helping me remember a lot of things. And this is a great perspective. Being human is about being compassionate, and that goes with so many of the Eastern philosophies. Um, wow. So,
Yeah.
Pratiksha, if you had to share a message with the world today, what would that message be?
I just have one thing to say, this is from my experience. Be it Shubha, be it Pratiksha, be it anyone, whoever is watching this, uh, don't follow the standards of the society. Just be you, because Whoever you are made in the eyes of Krishna. Again, like I said, from Shiva to Krishna, and now I'm moving towards Radha Rani.
Mm-hmm.
So she is the embodiment
The
of
divine feminine.
compassion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's the embodiment of compassion, Karuna, right? Whoever you are, just embrace your authenticity, right? Just be yourself, extremely yourself. Yesterday, I was seeing a message that we as human beings, this is just an example, we're not supposed to look at ourselves so much. God did
I
not
saw it
send
too.
us.
Oh my God, I saw
Yes,
it. We are
yes,
not.
exactly. God did not send us with mirrors to this planet. The only way we were able to see ourselves is on the water as a reflection that was very blurry. So we were never supposed to see so many humans at once. We were never supposed to see ourselves, every imperfection of ours. We were just supposed to be authentic as we are, rather than following a rat race, rather than trying to compare ourselves to others. Because I've done that, and trust me, it does not help. It's not magnetic.
We've all been
And
there.
to all the, yes, to all the women out there, it is not magnetic. Just be yourself. That's it. I just have that one message. Be yourself. You are absolutely perfect the way you are. And trust me, Krishna and Radharani, they love you just the way you are. And that's your goal here, to be who you are, who you have come with a purpose. God has made you this way for a reason. And if you don't embrace it, we are not doing justice to his creation.
Wow. Incredible, incredible. I think I needed to hear that myself today. Prateeksha, thank you so much. That's a really, really beautiful
Thank you so
message.
much. Yeah,
And I feel like, it goes so well with the age that we are in today because, we have so much social media, we are consuming so much that it becomes very easy to compare ourselves with other people and just feed on to our insecurities. But it is so
yeah,
important to just be yourself because there is only one you. And
yeah, exactly. There's only one Shubha, and I
yeah.
like Shubha. I like the way you guys are.
Yeah, so incredible. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for once again joining me here today. Um, guys, if you have stuck around and you're listening to us and watching us still, please go and check out Illum Digital, my magazine. You will find the link in the description box below. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you and bye.
Thank you, Shubha. Thank you so much for calling me here. It means a lot. Guys,
I'm-
support her. Guys, do support her. She's
Thank you.
actually a great human being. You'll get to learn a lot from
Thank
her.
you.
I'm
Thank
not
you.
kidding. Yeah.
Lots of love. Bye bye.